All right, out at Prince Regent Island here. Going down to the Keyhole Dock Boathouse first. It's going to be a two-parter just because when things get over 10 minutes, they become cumbersome to upload and all the rest of it. So we've got lots of fun features here with rocks. This path I went down is super sturdy. Someone's put a lot of work into making sure that's not going anywhere. Even brought the work down and did like a little cute rock wall around the tree there. Again, with the rock and a bench at the edge there. The dock we looked under, and there was lots of friends here, by the way. Lots of steel frame aspects to it. So although there are some spots that were a little questionable in areas, we think what it's sitting on could potentially make up for what we're missing out on. So there'll be the upfront cost of getting that repaired. But over time, when things weather and wear, it should kind of even out a little bit. Apparently we have between 6 and 9 feet of depth, mostly 9 apparently for all of this. Tom heard somewhere that this may have been blasted out at some point, which makes sense. So you probably have pretty good consistency on the depth. We saw some old photos inside, and it seems like this was quite the happening place for a while there, which probably makes sense with all these fenders on the edge here. All pretty solid all the way over until we get into the keyhole here. Take a look from inside. This is just the finishing boards. I don't know if I'm gonna get a good peek with holding my phone on a video in here, but I'll try and just hold it in and see if I can show you what I saw in here. Yeah, so this big O pipe, can't quite tell what that would have been for. There's a steel frame in there as well, coming out like a Y shape to go along with the keyhole. Still, everything is really solid, like nothing's like bouncing around on me. Continuing under, what is that? Anyway, there were definitely some question marks, but for the purpose of this video, we're just gonna try and see how much work needs to be done. As we come around, there's this little ramp area here, which I'm sure with this material kind of makes sense that this is kind of rotten out a little bit. But all the footings for the dock post and pier is all steel. Hard to say if it's in bad shape, but what we witnessed, it doesn't appear to be in bad shape. There's definitely, I don't know what this was, a diving dock or? That's definitely heaved. But how important is that? So that's a question mark. The property goes all the way up to a cottage that's here. There's no windows facing us. Loops all the way around to this nice raised area here. We move around the other side and it's all nice rock, kind of like a Point Peter type appeal to it. Giant holding tank there, appears to be newer. That supposedly lasts them for a whole season. Let's do the quick exterior of the boathouse. There's a couple areas where I can get in there better. All raised up structurally, it seems like it's pretty good. I didn't notice the steel before, so that would explain why everything is so flat in there, level. And this pit here, it kind of like looks alarming, but I'm wondering if it's actually really that bad. I think it's just an access to get under there. We haven't really determined what all of this is, but electrical going up to the house maybe? No, these are all like plumbing pipes. Definitely need a skilled eye to figure out exactly what's going on down there. The steel appears to be in good shape. What was that like? Where did we go there? Sorry. I'm just seeing how that steel is jacked up over there. Appears to be done properly. Lighting plan going all the way up the path to the house there. Steel roof. I would imagine it has to be the age of the home. Like most of the materials are, and it's 1970. So it apparently had its 57th anniversary already, so it has to be a little bit older than 1970. Not sure what that material is for the roofing over the sunroom there. But I can't imagine that lasts as long as shingles. We have poured concrete around here. I don't think there's much noteworthy there. Just maybe close it off for critters. Sweet golf cart. Does work. Just some wear under here. There's a couple spots where even inside the dock, the roof in there, some of the boards look like they might need to be redone. I guess they can be poked around at. See how bad. Little burn barrels there for your yard waste. Okay, shed framing for the most part, it's pretty decent. It's like it was done reasonably well. The floor, however, was done right over dirt, so it, as much as it looks like they tried to protect it, it is starting to rot out a little bit. Feels fine to walk on, really, but you can tell it's fade. Lawnmower, a bunch of tools. Pretty standard stuff. I think it's great value anyways. It'd be nice if there was a riding lawnmower in there. Looks like we have a power washer. That'll come in handy. Sorry, I should make sure that's done right. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Sounds of the wild. Make sure this is pumped out. Compressor for the wall AC. Got our hydro in. Everything on that front seemed to be in pretty good shape. I think we had someone who knew what they were doing with the electrical. A little bit punkier under there, but again, nothing super alarming. How to go in. Inside, this hadn't been open in a while. It seemed reasonably, not fresh, but like there was no strange odors of anything kind of like rotting out over the winter. Everything was really sturdy up in this area here. No signs of anything kind of coming apart at the seams in here. There was one minor bit of water damage here. We had some question marks, but don't think it would be a big job to deal with that once we find out what's going on. Everything seems to be in great shape. We got a walk-in shower here. And before, hot water tank for down here. Drop ceiling, I didn't get inside to see what was going on, but saw a lot of waste heater on that. Let me talk Tom into help me look in there. Okay, and then we've got all our electrical coming in here. All seeming to have been done properly. Nothing appears to be out of order in there. 200 amps max. I don't think I can figure that one out before. Not even sure what's in the splitter trough. It's new. Okay, we've got a nice bedroom here. You can see where that AC was coming through. It's a built-in wall unit on carpet, which, although there has been some carpenter ants here and in the house, the smells are fine in here. I mean, it seems to be in good order, structurally done right. Good electrical everywhere. There's like 4 or 5 plugs in here. Tons of closet space. We're ready to go. They've certainly showed it. And another good sized bedroom here. And then this one I think might be on a slab or something, which is making more sense from outside. You saw that concrete there. Pumping mechanism there. The gray water, I guess. Okay. There you go. Heating and cooling. And some appliances. Great little boathouse. All right, we're gonna go up to the main house now.